Yo, what's up, my friends? It's the voice of Crypto Solution Hub. You're welcome to my channel. And of course, on this channel, we'll be talking everything concerning crypto. This is where we discuss virtually everything that has to do with cryptocurrency, where we'll be looking at altcoins, BTC, and the rest of it. But on this episode, we'll be looking at the weekly market insight, the BTC market insight. We'll just be looking at BTC, what BTC is going to do, what we're expecting BTC to do this week. And of course, almost 90% of altcoins depend on the behavior of BTC. But before we go into that, if you're new to this channel, I encourage you to please subscribe. This is a budding YouTube channel. We're just starting it, and we need your support. We need your encouragement. And the only way you can encourage us to keep pushing, keep publishing more content is by engaging with whatever we post, comment, like, share. If there's any question you have, you can always leave it at the comment section of the video. And if you're looking for a community of traders, cryptocurrency traders, forex traders, we have the two communities. We have the Telegram community for forex traders. We also have that for cryptocurrency traders. So I welcome you to our Telegram communities. The link will be at the lower section of this video. Just scroll down at the about section of the video. Look down, you will see the link to all these various Telegram communities. Of course, so let's dive into that. Okay, so before us here is the BTC CME features. BTC CME features. For those of you who already on the crypto Telegram channel, you could remember that within last week, I pointed out this very gap that I noticed on BTC. And I said that we should be careful because most of the time, this gap has always been, any gap formed has always been filled. So I'm using the daily time frame on this BTC CME futures. I spotted this gap on this CME futures. I also spotted it on another BTC USD chart, which just a totally different platform. That's a forex platform, right? I spotted the gap, the gap on these two places, and I think it's necessary that we pay key attention to it. But looking at this, we can see that BTC is actually pushing up. Of course, it's expected to do that. What he's doing is expected. In fact, I had made the prediction that by September, as in 2 months coming, that BTC should be comfortably above 100K. that's a statement. That's a statement I made, and I know a lot of persons are not quite comfortable with it. But I'm optimistic. I look forward to whatever happens. I talked about it. So if you're just joining the charts, if you're just joining our Telegram community, just type the keyword. Just type keyword BTC above 100K, stuff like that. We see where I talked about it. I also posted a screenshot, and one of the reasons that made me say that. So just join the Telegram community and then read it up. So yeah, that notwithstanding, I'm still expecting BTC to go above 100K. I look forward to being wrong. I look forward to the market telling me that I'm wrong. So this lacuna, this space here, this gap is what we need to pay key attention to, because like I said, anytime a gap is formed on the chart, the market has always come down to fill it up. It's not a function of if, it's a matter of when. If is not what we are considering, because definitely, verily, the gap is going to get filled. But the when is what we don't know, right? So we could still be that if this market eventually hits this very resistance, it's going to drop again, because look at it. Oftentimes, it has always hit. Anytime it hits it, it rejected, hits it, rejected, hits it, rejected, hits it, rejected, pushing it down here. So we could still see maybe hit it again, then come to fill the gap, then before pushing up. I'm not saying that must happen, but then, like I said, these are all probabilities. These are all possibilities we shouldn't discount. And of course, all the moves that BTC has made so far, we've rightly and accurately predicted each and every one of them. From the 73K to the lower 57K, we've all made the predictions of BTC, where it's gonna go, right? So out of BTC CME futures, let's also go to the normal BTC chart, where we'll be looking at BTC behavior. So we'll be using BTC perpetual futures, and the exchange is the BitGet. Basically, that's where I do my futures trading. I trade futures basically on BitGet exchange. Okay, so we have the BTC charts here. We have it on the daily time frame. I know this chart is somehow, yeah, I understand. I've always had this. This has been analysis that I've been running on BTC for years now. So this chart is continuous. It's been like this for a very long time. But I will just make it possible for us to understand what I'm talking about. Still on the daily time frame. Just forget about all these drawings and all that, all the paraphernalia. Just focus on what I'm talking about. Follow my mouse, right? So we see this, we see that there is actually a resistance here, and this resistance has been holding BTC since Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, between Thursday and Friday, even till today, BTC has actually been finding it difficult to break above this very resistance that you're seeing here. Let me switch to lower time frame so that I can see that clearer. I can see that. Okay, I think it's more obvious right now. You see, this has been a very stumbling block, a big stumbling block for BTC, excuse me. You can see I gave this signal. I dropped this signal on the Telegram community. Right, our entry was 66,595.4, our stop loss 66,138.5, and then our TP is 68,275. So far, it hasn't hit our TP. I think the highest BTC has gone so far is 67,579.8, and it hasn't actually gone higher than that. From that, yesterday, it was on Saturday that I dropped the signal. Since then, see what it's been doing all along. It hasn't hit our TP, neither has it hit our stop loss. So this is a very it's a very precarious state. This place that BTC is now is a very precarious state that everybody needs to be very careful about. That notwithstanding, I still know that BTC still has to push up to this very, whatever it happens, BTC needs to retest here. So it's when it retests here that we'll now know whether it will hit the resistance, right? And then go back to fuel. Remember the CME futures gap we talked about that's around between 60 to 58K, whether it will hit here and then go back to fill it up. But whatever happens, we just need to know that BTC needs to hit this key resistance level. If it doesn't do that, maybe it needs to start reversing from here. But like I said, I do not like to follow the market with a preconceived mindset. I don't follow the market with a rigid mindset. I just like to be fluid so that I can easily adapt myself to whatever the market is gonna do, whatever thing it is throwing before me, right? So that's why I don't often make some predictions, especially when I don't have some concrete factor evidence to back whatever thing I am saying. Okay, so that's pretty much on the forward time frame. And remember, like what I said, that this is the bigger picture of BTC. Forget all these drawings you'll see. Just focus on what my mouse is pointing at. This is the bigger picture of BTC, that BTC has to. It's supposed to, yeah. Because look at what happened there. You saw where the whole movement started from here, hit resistance, came back again, hit support, hit resistance, hit support. So it has to go back and hit this very resistance before deciding to either come down again to fill that gap, or it will push up. But whatever happens, remember what I said, that place, this space here, has to be filled, and that gap also has to be filled. It's just a function of when, not a matter of if. It has to be done, but we don't know when this thing is gonna do. So right now, this is where we need to be very careful about the current zone of BTC. One needs to be very careful about it, especially at this point now, at this very point where BTC is, because anything can happen. If BTC rejects here, and then comes down and takes out this very, we now have a new support, which is this. Let me change the color so that I can understand what I'm saying, right? Okay, so this yellow line connotes the support we are talking about. So should BTC take out this very support, just know that it is gonna push down, right? So it's breaking this support now, it's pushing it down to even low of that space we are talking about, that gap that we are talking about. But like I said, nothing is cast in stone. Let's just be patient. The new week is already before us. We've almost entered the new week. So let's just see what happens. Though I think whenever there is a build up, right? Whenever the charts, the price starts to build up in a particular area, something is imminent, something is likely going to happen. And looking at this now, this is actually a W chart. This is a W chart, and the W chart simply signifies bullishness. It signifies bullishness. That's why I'm saying that this level, this place has to this 70K region has to be, and BTC has to take that out first before deciding on whichever direction it wants to go. So this is a W chart, which is actually a sign of bullishness, and V and W, both of them are bullish signs, bullish charts patterns whenever you see them, and it's building up here. And I know that if I use the Bollinger Bands, well, I'm gonna spot this tightening, the tightening of the Bollinger. Let's look at it. Let's not just talk about theory and all that. Let's look at the practical aspect. Bollinger Bands. Do I have it? It's not okay. Bollinger Bands. Let's look at it. You see how it's tightening. You see that? You see that this is a tightening of the Bollinger Bands. See, we have the 20-day moving average, which is the middle one, that's the blue one, and then we have the resistance, which is the red one, and then we have the support, which is the green one. So you can see a tightening here. So after a tightening, something often happens. Look at the previous one. There was a tightening here. After the tightening, the market exploded. So we are expecting that as this tightening is occurring, an explosion is imminent. Let's also look at the 15 minutes time frame to know, okay, 15 minutes time frame, there was it tightened here, then exploded. Let's not work with this. Let's not work with it. Let's just go to higher time frame, like the 4 hour and the rest of it. Okay. So we see the tightening, yeah, you can see the tightening of the Bollinger Bands showing us that something is imminent. But personally, I don't use this, I don't use indicators for my trading. They often confuse and they often lag. So I barely use them. But sometimes, you need to use them. You need to use them as one of your one of the things you consider before making a trading decision. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to depend on it to make your trading decision, right? So we've spotted the tightening that whenever there is a tightening, something is imminent. Something often follows a tightening, either a breakout or it starts pushing down. But like I said, this thing is building up here. So this build up, I think it's trying to gather momentum because whichever direction it decides to take now, it's going to be explosive, either upwards or downwards. It's going to be explosive. That's why we are seeing this build up around there. All right, guys. So like I said, I just wanted us to focus mainly on BTC because BTC to a large extent determines or decides what every other altcoin does. 90% or 95% of them basically. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with us, and then keep our eyes open, keep our minds sharp to see whatever the market decides to present to us. All right, guys, if you like this video, kindly subscribe, like, share, comment, ask any question of your choice. And also, like I said, join our Telegram community of cryptocurrency traders where we drop daily market insights and free trading signals. And I will talk to you guys soon. Answer here. Salute.